Oh, I get it now.
And
Right
the
off the
push
bat.
button is immediately an echo.
What's a quick life? Wow.
Yes.
Anyway,
All right.
so yeah, we pick up there. In the cargo hold, we've got uh, Thargan Astyanax?
It's Astyanax.
Astyanax. We have Thargan Astyanax in cargo hold with a subdued Nazi and an unknown piece of equipment with a swastika on it. Captain was on his way down there. Doesn't take long because it's not like we're on Spaceball 1 here.
The
Core
captain.
was bringing things in for landing. So yeah, we'll pick up in the cargo hold as you guys hear the engine, go into landing mode. Captain's arriving on the scene.
Right. Is the captain there yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's Captain's probably about 30 seconds away. So you got a very brief moment here before Captain comes. You can hear the Captain coming.
Okay. I step over to the now prone and in pain doctor. What did he say his name was now? Doctor.
Well, we don't know what his actual name is. It's supposed to be Dr. Neil Anderson, expert in ancient Martian culture and history. Who he actually is has not been established, other than clearly a Nazi agent of some sort.
All right. I explained to him, Doctor, whatever you are or not, Doctor, you have precisely 5 seconds to share with us the bounty that is your actual name and actual purpose, or I will violently extract that information from your mind.
Thargan will stand behind the prince and just kind of heft up his axe.
Kind of being the prince's hype man.
Or, yeah.
That's my job.
Yeah, I know he's back there. He makes me look amazing. So, so do you care to share? You do want to, I promise you.
He kind of looks up at you. He said and despite his pain, he is still incredibly defiant. You can clearly see it there. He looks at you and is like, "My name is Henrik von Straten.
Heinrich von Straten.
Special agent of the German Empire." So there's an actual German rank. I can look that up at some point there, but those are also hard to pronounce.
So, and your purpose. I speak everything pleasantly because it's only nice to be pleasant.
My purpose is to serve the Führer.
Now, let's not be pedantic.
Like it will matter.
Thargan, could you please bifurcate his tongue? He will still be able to speak. It will be bloody, he may gargle, but he will be able to continue to talk. See it to it being done. I step aside.
It kind of like puts his hands up his eyes. This mining colony we're going into is, at least from the messages we intercepted, has hit something of great value to the Empire. I have been sent here to collect it, hence the equipment. Sadly, Dr. Anderson was not amenable to helping us with this, and so I had to impersonate him.
In the real Dr. Anderson?
Well, he has been dealt with as those who do not acquiesce to the Empire is dealt with, or dealt with.
Humans. Ugh,
It's. I don't see why he had to personate. They all seem to look alike anyway.
you are such a hideous creature. Hideous creature.
And about this time, let's say, Captain Comet, you arrive in the cargo hold there.
Captain,
Martian.
we were just talking with uh, Heinrich von Straten. I was just going to have Doggen bifurcate his tongue, to encourage him to speak more plainly. However, he has been most forthcoming. Perhaps he does not wish to have his tongue bifurcated. Nonetheless, I recommend bifurcation nonetheless.
That is Dr. Neil Anderson.
No, Captain. That is Heinrich von Straten impersonating Dr. Neil Anderson. You're welcome.
Kind of like
I bow and let the captain through to continue to the interrogation of the prisoner.
Yeah, I told you we would be valuable members of the crew.
Is this true what they say?
Yes, it is true. No point in hiding it now that you have opened my crate and seen my equipment.
I take a look at.
Oh, yeah, you take a look at it, and it's equipment of unknown purpose. Just at a glance, you do see, of course, that it is, German craftsmanship, and it's emblazoned with a swastika. So I think you've got. You've actually got a tech rating there. If you wanna give me an ingenuity and technology roll there.
Technology.
Captain?
Yeah, Captain, he's went over to look at it. He's got a tech rating there. So
12.
Average. It's an incredibly advanced looking piece of technology. Germans are racing all over the solar system, grabbing things and reverse engineering them. So you don't get at a 12 you don't get a full appreciation for what this device can do, but it definitely looks, from your impression, it looks like a containment vessel. Like they've kind of modified something you would hold, like the radium fuel for for ship engines and whatnot. Like they've kind of shrunk it down and modified it to contain something.
Super hyperfuel.
But it's currently empty, so it doesn't have anything in it yet. But
so, Doctor, did any of your friends come here first?
Captain, a minor note of correction. That's not a doctor. That is a spy.
Thank you. Noted.
I nodded.
Sir is very observant.
Yes. I cannot help but be impressed at the stature of the captain right now. You look at him, you'll notice the carriage, the posture. It's most impressive. Perhaps in
complimenting me?
He's not quite stature of a Martian, but he approaches it closely.
Humans can't help being short, but it is kind of impressive. For a human.
I'll switch.
all right. So your question was, has anyone come here? Any of his friends come here? Not as yet. I am the first. sent, of course, undercover with the hopes of not drawing attention to what we are doing. However, I would point out that I have resources at my disposal. I don't know what you intend to let your Martians do to me. But
If you like, Captain, I can forcibly extract that information from his mind right now, if you like. I mean, it's an option. It's available to you, sir.
Yeah.
I will warn you that if I do not report to my superiors, others will come looking.
Well, that's too bad. And I conk him on the head.
Ooh. Did he happen to say how soon before these others will arrive? Belgard looks very, very eager.
It's like, look at Thargan.
Visitor?
I'm sorry, Thargan. They did not say. Perhaps you have to wait for the bloodletting.
I will be prepared, sir.
Indeed.
So yeah, you conk him on the head, and he, of course, kind of collapses to the ground there.
Do we have a ship's doctor?
And Cookie's the doctor.
Cookie's also the doctor. That's weirdly and bizarrely appropriate. Okay.
Jimmy!
Yes, Captain?
Take this person to the brig.
Yes, sir. Starts kind of dragging him off.
Don't. Oops. Call up the brig. Cora,
Yes.
anything on the scanners?
Not at the moment.
Okay, something happened here. You gotta find out quick before his friends arrive.
Will we need to be entering into the space station, Captain?
Yes, we will, to find out what happened to the station.
I humbly request that Thargan and myself be allowed to accompany you.
Yes.
Sure, why not?
You are most kind and wise, Captain.
Will you quit complimenting me all the time?
My apologies. Your stunning stature for a human is most impressive. I'm ceaselessly.
It approaches Martianness.
It's kind of, in another life, perhaps you were a Martian.
Wow, this is a little weird now.
I'm kind of exiting. Remember in Firefly when Saffron said, "Later I can wash your feet"? He kind of like stares and doesn't know what to say. Turns around and walks out.
I almost feel that's a common thing with the captain. He just stares at us and leaves because there's just no way to respond. I don't know. I just get this feeling that it happens frequently.
Yeah. Yes, the Martians have a goal, one singular goal, and they're always working towards it.
This is what we do.
Day and night.
I gather up Dobby, Tags, and Binks to form a. It's not really a search party. It's kind of a check out what the hell's happening party.
It's a
Commander Riker, put together an away team.
Right.
All right. I go and grab my staff.
No comment.
Nicely done. You restrained yourself. You should be proud.
In one of those ways.
Alright, so when you guys gathered there, we'll smash cut to the bridge, Cora, where you have brought the Solar Star in for a, a landing. It was perfect. Not a bump, not a scratch, a dent, no turbulence. Brought it down nice and easy. There's been no reaction as yet from the base. On the pad next to you is the escape rocket, and now that you're closer to it and have a bit of a better angle on it, you can see that its airlock is open.
It's with this crowd, isn't it?
Are we able to still see the flashing lights that are flashing?
Yeah. From there, I can still see that the kind of the exterior lights of the complex are still flashing.
Captain.
Yeah. Where'd you come from?
We've been here all along, Captain. So anyway, as I was saying, did you happen to note any energy signatures that are consistent with an area in which life support is being maintained?
Cora,
What?
do you take any energy signatures where life support will be maintained?
I'm sorry. What was that? Are you asking if it's safe to breathe? Or are you asking if there's people on there?
I look at the Martian.
I believe that the captain was attempting to articulate was whether or not you were able to isolate any areas externally that might be consistent with an area that might house viable life signatures, something appropriate in, I believe the main crew here is human, yes?
So you're asking me if there's the life forms?
Yes, or an area that is consistent with being able to support said life forms.
Uh-huh. Do I need to roll anything for that, Bryce, or no?
Yeah, it's going to be awareness and technology as you use the solar stars sensors to kind of give things a sweep.
And
Some technology.
see the dice roll.
Well, it's a good thing I did. $11.
The dice are not liking you guys. You guys rolled 2d6, right? Just making sure.
Yeah.
All right. So just making sure it's like, that's kind of. All right. Well, so you're able to make a sweep of the base. There are kind of scattered power outages because like you land on this pad and you've got a pad next to it where their escape rocket is, and so you've got kind of a bigger, kind of pretty good sized dome and like a little airlock thing that comes out from it, and then there's a couple of smaller domes. Those are the ones that seem to be kind of outgassing and whatnot there, and of course we've got the mining equipment that kind of goes down into the crater and whatnot there. You pick up scattered power outages. It does not look like their mining equipment is active at all. They're not doing any kind of normal mining operations or anything like that. Life support. The two smaller domes that are kind of outgassing doesn't look like there's any kind of life support activity there. In the dome in front of you, like on the surface level, you're picking up there's life support, there's oxygen in there, there's no life forms or anything like that. 3 levels down, you pick up what your scanners look to be anyway, a cluster of life signs, although you aren't able to get a clear number of how many.
Nothing on the surface, but 3 levels down. There's a cluster of life forms. Can't tell how many, though.
Excellent suggestion, Captain. You are to be commended. Now, how may we be of service to you?
Well, I think our top priority is to rescue those life forms.
Thoggen, will you take point? Don't die.
Of course, sir.
Oh, with the captain's permission, of course.
Yes, go ahead.
As you wish, sirs.
I allow the captain to pass, and then I follow along.
I'm thinking, am I giving orders? What's going on here?
Your orders are flawless, Captain.
I told you to stop complimenting me.
My apologies, Captain. Simply in awe of your capabilities.
Almost Martian-like. Obviously, that's the standard.
Okay, so let's see here. Dobby.
Yes,
Ted.
sir.
Binks. Go check out the spaceport for anything unusual.
Yes, sir.
Tag and Binks make note of the very large crescent wrench. Captain, look at this.
Yes, that is something.
They hold it up together above their heads. Suspicious to us. Suspicious, Captain.
Also, before I go, I will order Eddie to analyze that piece of tech that the Nazi has brought.
Aye, Captain. I'll have a look at that. I'll get to the bottom of this. No problem.
And of course, he has no idea what he's saying. Good. Carry on.
He's like, aye, Captain. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's the one that doesn't say. So, yeah, it's like, all right, just right over that. Yep, Bob's your uncle.
Yes.
He's drunk.
Your uncle. Who is this Bob, and why is he so many people's uncle?
I believe it's Earthling code.
It could be that Aidlings do, in fact, just mate a lot. A great many nephews.
They do breed like rabbits.
Indeed. Vigorously. That's over the comms.
Right. Of course.
Can hear you.
Were you unaware of the mating habits of Earthlings?
Perhaps you would enlighten us. Perhaps we're getting it wrong. You could perhaps provide some clarity. Human mating habits are, in fact, murky.
Maybe later.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
Yes, indeed. Make note of it, Thoggen. Later, discuss with core human mating habits.
We have time to tell the Martian and the other Martian about the birds and bees. Let's get on with the mission.
Oh, there's birds and bees involved. Wow.
I did not know they have birds involved.
Yeah.
You had to say that, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm picturing chickens. Perhaps it's the chickens. There are a staggering number of those things. Makes sense if you mate with them.
Maybe they help with the actual procreation.
Yes. I can't imagine where they put them, though. They in between or on top?
I have not seen any chickens yet. This must not be a mating ship.
I think they have to pluck them first. I'm not entirely sure.
So plucked cock is what's used.
You know, now I understand that name.
It makes sense now. All the references to chickens.
Hagen, you may be the wrong cast.
Whatever her ass up.
And again, over the comm, because I'm in the front of the line.
Guys,
Princess back.
use the comms only to report important facts about our mission here.
Apologies, Captain. Of course. We were taken by, yet again, another startling bit of human trivia. We apologize.
It's just a saying. Don't take it literally.
Please don't.
I'm sorry.
Didn't know we were taking anything.
Well, it was literally. But
Again, must be a code.
I do not understand.
Their language confuses me sometimes, Captain.
I don't want to actually discuss the mating with the food. I don't.
Nothing goes over my head. I would grab it. My reflexes are too.
That's precisely what I was thinking.
Yes.
I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on Netflix yesterday because I hadn't seen it in a while, and you guys are talking about the mating thing. I'm just picturing Drax talking about this when he was his parents talking about how when they mated and conceived him, and how it was a beautiful story.
A beautiful story.
Drax, ooh, no.
Oh, delightful.
Well, Eddie checks out the Nazi equipment, and while Adobe, Tag, and Binks check the spaceport out itself, the main group, you guys are making your way into the main dome there?
Yes, to rescue those life signs.
Life signs. Life signs.
Such a low point there, God.
I don't know to commend you or to in horror that you remember something from one of the worst Star Trek movies ever.
So bad.
I gratefully do not remember where that came from, and I now know that from a Star
I can
Trek.
remind you if you'd like.
No, don't. I don't think I want it. But
You
thank you.
sure? I'll tell you exactly where it came from.
No, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Kindness is overwhelming.
All right. Well, offer stands if you ever want to know.
I'll get back to you in several years.
let me know.
Mike will be watching TV one day. Oh, that's where that came from.
It's gonna be like oh God, oh my God. Okay, so you guys make your way through the connecting hallway into the main dome, the surface level here on the asteroid. Up here, you've got, of course, they're not doing any real mining up here on the upper level. So up here, you've got kind of like what would be like the living quarters and kind of common areas and whatnot there. When you come in there, the first thing that you notice is that the place is trashed. Like you come in, it's got like you have like the huge open dome. You've got like the kind of the rock floor, so it's kind of an airtight seal. And you've got kind of like clusters of like temporary buildings and whatnot. Like over here is kind of like temporary barracks kind of a thing, like a little Quonset hut looking thing. And then you've got kind of the entrance to the into the actual mine itself, kind of in the center. And then you've got you have like the mess hall and looks like some offices and whatnot up here and whatnot. There's stuff kind of strewn all over the place here. Equipment. You don't see any bodies or anything like that, but you got equipment. Looks like bits and pieces of like survival gear or stuff there. You've got like some mining tools. Everything's just kind of everywhere.
Does this appear to be a key? Wait, is there atmosphere in this location?
Yes, there is atmosphere in this location.
Okay, so it looks like it was sieged. Possibly.
Something along those lines. Something bad happened to it.
It looks like a fine battle, sir, minus the blood.
And bodies.
Corpses.
There are no corpses.
I noticed that too.
Perhaps they were eaten.
Well, there are some species that eat their kills.
It's true. But we speculate. We should find proper answers for the captain.
Yes, we can find who's responsible for this. Kind of bounces his axe.
Can I broadly try to see if there's anyone in this area using my psychic abilities?
I like this plan. See what we got here.
I endorse this plan.
I endorse it wholeheartedly. Let me look up. What does psychic do?
Okay, let me see here. It may psychic training.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Controls, traits. Okay. I think it's on page 155. Let's see. Search target's mind. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. Let's do. Where is your. Give me. This is going to be awareness and resolve. And resolve is what kind of powers the psychic trait there. So you're going to compare those two stats and add them to your roll.
And resolve. Okay. That would be a 20.
Oh my. So you do your thing, and you're kind of reaching out, trying to find if there's anyone in this area. And at first, you don't sense anyone on this level. The main feeling that you get is kind of confirms Core's stand that there's a cluster of people on the third level, and you get an overwhelming sense of fear from them. They are afraid. They are worried. They are afraid. They are scared. But then, so you kind of feel that, but then kind of almost like rushing in like a tidal wave, right? This kind of clears, kind of wipes all of that, and your ability to sense that out is just this blinding, searing rage. this kind of feels like it is here on this level with you.
All right.
About at this point, it feels like it's in the kind of in the kind of the far left from where you stand, kind of over toward this. There's like a Quonset hut that looks like kind of a temporary dormitory kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of there.
All right. I actually like go to one knee, and I'm holding on to the staff, and I kind of grab my head and
I'm at your side.
Captain.
Yes.
I believe that which we seek is over there. However, be advised, it is very hostile.
I turn and growl.
I pull out my gun.
Because from my vantage point, it has injured the prince. I take a hesitant step towards it, then stop because my duty is by the prince. So I stop and back up, but then I take a step forward. But then, yeah.
I hear him growl. I do that.
Dargan, you will assist the captain.
Yes, sir.
I wait on the captain's order. It is in that building. I apologize. I cannot be more specific.
Is there any windows in that building?
Yes, there are a couple of my. Yeah, kind of like So you have long tube, kind of half tube thing that is the Quonset hut, and you've got there's kind of going down the side of it. You've got kind of like 5 equally spaced out, very simple windows.
Are the windows facing us? Are we approaching it from the side, or are we approaching?
Yes, you're approaching the side, and you can see the windows there.
Oh, great! So it has a perfect view of us.
Yeah. Sargon, let's take a look at the windows. But
it or he, or it could be a human. All I really perceived was extreme rage.
But get to the other side. Don't.
All right.
Fine.
We move out of the windows.
All right. So as you guys approach, let's cut back to the bridge of the Solar Star. And so Cora, are you hanging out on the bridge of the Solar Star, or where are you at in the ship?
Staying on the bridge, keeping an eye on things.
All right. So you're there, keep an eye on things. So far, the scanners are just showing. Of course, they're showing Binks and Dobie and what's his name, Tag.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of off. They seem to be kind of off, hovering by the escape rocket that's parked next to you. What they're doing over there, who knows? Doing Tag and Binks things. You can see that the group that you scanned is still in like the 3rd level. You can see the away team, for lack of a better word, kind of making its way through. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't there before, but you're picking up one large life sign that the party seems to be heading towards.
Captain?
Yeah.
There's a very large life sign. You seem to be heading towards it.
Yeah, we're checking it out.
I'd be very careful of you. It's kind of huge.
We are.
All right.
I'm with the Martians. It's okay.
The battle will be amazing. I shall recover a new trophy for my wall.
Not going up in a wall. Yep.
A new trophy for my trunk.
Stark, this is Starkin's trophy room. We don't bring guests in here.
Pardon, we will remove the rest of those from the walls post haste when we return. Understand? We've been dusting. Ting, 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 ting.
Do we have to remove the paint that we applied?
I don't know. The paint really does liven the place.
It makes it feel like home.
It does. And the corridor. The corridor is lovely. We've been systematically painting the ship. We haven't said anything. We just conscript crew members. Here you are. What's this? Brush and paint. The captain loves it. This color. Yes, perfect.
He'll thank us for this later.
Lovely shade of vermilion.
I never struck myself as a puce guy. I am still not a puce guy.
Luckily, we know that it will grow on the captain.
So, as the crew does not necessarily heed your warning there, Cora, a new indicator pops up on your control panel. Your equipment is monitoring a transmission. Someone is broadcasting to the ship, but not to your actual commune, to somewhere else, actually on the ship.
On our ship?
Yes, someone is broadcasting to your ship, but not necessarily to your antenna, right? They're trying to raise something somewhere else on your ship.
Intercept that.
Federation.
Let's see. Yeah, give me ingenuity and technology for intercepting that.
You're going to be feeding somebody to the fusion reactor here in a minute.
It's the safest thing, Captain.
16.
All right, so yeah, you're able to intercept that, and as I look at your languages, you know German, which is handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you intercept that, and it's in German, and it is a request for a status report. Has the package been, or the big no, asking if it's just asking for a status report? Has the package been verified?
Captain.
Yeah. Sneaking up on the big thing.
I just intercepted a transmission
Okay.
in German. They want a status report if the package has been verified. Do you want me to respond to it, or do you want me to leave it alone?
If you respond to it, it'd be suspicious.
If no one responds, Captain, it will be suspicious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fucking, you realize I do speak, understand, and write German, right?
Yeah, but if it's intended for our guest and
Who is in the brig? Last I heard.
Yes. Well, maybe you can persuade him to respond.
You knocked him out.
Probably wake by now.
Doubtful.
Have Cookie wake him up. He's a doctor too.
You want me to respond to it or just leave it alone?
Respond to it as you see fit.
Fine. I'm sorry, refresh my memory. Did he verify the package or no?
He has not. You get the impression that the package is whatever it is that he was sent here to collect.
So she just sends back in progress or in progress. We'll report back later.
You get back and just kind of an acknowledgement that you you get an acknowledgement of your transmission, and just let's see. Yeah, you get an acknowledgement of a transmission and a reminder that they do not have too much longer before someone notices what happened to the real Dr. Anderson. Kind of a hurry up is what you get there.
Yeah, basically understood.
Schnell.
Working as fast as
I certainly hope so. Do not let the fear her down.
Understood.
All right. So we smash cut back to the dome. So we are sneaking up on the Quonset hut. I hear a large crash from inside as you approach. All right, so who's going to try and sneak up and look in the windows? Who's all doing that?
The captain.
I'm approaching, but I don't know if I'm trying to sneak. I'm probably just keeping off to the side of the window, as the captain indicated. Ready to jump to action if needed. Because I am not a subtle or sneaky person. I mean, I don't know if y'all realize that, but
we kind of worked it out.
Just putting that out there.
I never would have guessed that.
I know. I'm pretty good at hiding it, but
You're a master of disguise. You blend in.
I do.
All right, so if you're trying to sneak there, Captain, give me. That's gonna be coordination and subterfuge.
I'm going to spend a story point to add a dice to my pool.
All right, so the first one actually adds 2d6 to your pool. So you're going to roll 4d6. Yeah, subsequent, if you were spending multiple ones on this roll, then you'd only get to add one. But like the first one gets you 2.
Okay. So wow. I rolled my dice. It broke up into 2 pairs, and both pairs were a 5 and a 1.
Nice.
So that would be 12 plus coordination. You said.
If you're gonna add, yes. it's coordination plus aptitude plus your roll there. So
17.
17. Okay. Well,
Please let it dice price. Please let it dice price.
well,
Oh no.
well, it's a good roll, but fortunately, it's not terribly, I don't know, perceptive. It's probably the best way of putting it there. So it doesn't seem to it doesn't turn and try and come charging at you. So if it's aware of your presence, it doesn't care, or it may not be aware of your presence at all. Who knows? But it's there, and it doesn't seem to be looking for anything. It just seems to be ripping apart the stuff inside this this Quonset hut. It's throwing beds around. It's throwing footlockers around. You estimate it to be about 7 feet tall. If you were back on Earth, you'd say it's a 7-foot tall gorilla that is, instead of being like an actual full-on space man, instead of like being solid, it's like just kind of seeing like kind of this red, purple, kind of shimmering neon outline of a 7-foot tall gorilla as it just destroys everything in its path.
Thargon will look to the captain. Now do I approach? Or do we need to sneak more and hide?
I'm all for sneaking and hiding.
How about if I be a distraction and you continue with the sneaking, the hiding? And I draw its attention towards me.
I like that plan.
Very helpful. Yes.
Go for it, other Martian.
It is proper to stretch before combat.
Rule number 3, number up.
And Thargon will... Are there any, like, crates or objects or things that I can, like, bounce up, climb up to get a higher advantage so I can drop down on this creature?
There's stuff all over this place. Also, okay. I said it's kind of a gently, it's kind of this gently sloping thing. So I mean, really, given your ability, you could probably run up it if you really wanted to.
My goal is to get up to a higher advantage and just drop down on it with my weapon.
All right. Well,
but it is.
I like that this is what your plan is. It's very Martian, very Martian warrior-esque. So yeah, you're able to run up there without any kind of an issue. So what is so you're going to drop in and attack, is what I'm gathering here, yes?
Yes. I'm assisting the captain by being a distraction.
You're assisting the captain by being a distraction.
Whereas normally you're a distraction and it's not very assistive.
Right.
This time.
As I try to pulverize this thing.
So, so I assume you're attacking with your hammocks?
Yes.
Okay, well, Give me, it's going to be strength and fighting, and you have especially in hammocks. So add your +2 for that, and roll it.
All right. So this thing looks pretty fierce, correct? I gathered.
Yeah.
Have we got a clear view of it yet?
Yeah. At this point, it's thrashing about in there. Yes, it's massive. Like I say, it's massive. You guys, Martians would know what an Earth gorilla looks like, but yeah, it's basically a giant neon red, purple.
Ooh, yeah.
Shimmering, and just occasionally it kind of stops. It just kind of roar for unknown reasons. It just does, and then it just goes back to just ripping everything in front of it apart.
That looked like a very fierce creature. And yep, okay. I probably don't need it, but I'm going to do so. I'm spending a story point to add 2 dice to my roll, because I want this first strike to be stunning. I'm at a +13. 27.
Ouch. And you do damage.
Wow.
Yeah. How did that work with damage again? Okay, damage is... I'm using the axe because, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so you're using the axe, and so...
+4.
Well, so yeah, you've got claws. You're going to add an additional +2 to that.
So that was a 29.
29. Is what that is.
Goodness gracious.
Ah!
He's been spoiling for a fight for the last several days, though. I mean,
My Martian blood!
Poor Thargan. He's been starved for combat.
I know.
Martiana.
Really must get into more altercations, Captain. Otherwise, Thargan will do this every time we have a small skirmish. You wouldn't want horrible fatalities in the middle of a bar fight.
Oh my, yeah.
I don't know how many fights, but it's less talking.
Of course, my apologies, Captain.
Okay, so, well, you have scored a rousing success here. I believe it's called a fantastic success in this system. Okay. So you will get to do 1.5 times your base damage. So you got 6 damage there. So you come crashing through, and like I said, it's not even like a fully solid thing. Like I said, you got kind of the weird neon outline, red purple outline of this thing. So you come down, and your axe swings, and it's a very weird sensation, because if you were attacking an actual being, your axe would have just stuck into this thing, right, and probably would have cleaved something off of it. Your axe, it passes through, but there's the sensation of hitting something. Like there's something there, but also at the same time there's not something there. Like you don't see it, you can't visually see it, but your axe is clearly cutting through something. And it absolutely roars in anger, pain. Is there something else? You've got a pretty fantastic stuff here. Is there something else you wanted to have happen here as you kind of come crashing down into this thing? Well, it kind of wheels around here on you.
I heft my axe, get in a fighter stance, because I'm trying to draw its attention, obviously.
You have its attention. There's no question that it only has eyes for you.
Bravely met, creature. Now it's your turn. That is too sound like the Martian fields.
So Tharkin has dropped in through the ceiling and hit this thing and is wheeled around on it. He seems pleased and is challenging it. So what are the rest of you doing there?
Oh, I'm taking the opportunity to shoot that thing.
I'm attacking as well.
Please save my character's stupidity because I'm probably going to die.
Mhm.
It's very probable.
Okay, so give me a. Okay, so you're firing at it there. Clive. So that's going to be coordination and marksman.
And I think I will spend a story point because this is a big bad thing.
That's a big bad thing.
Right. 9, 10, 12, 15, 16.
Let's see. It's not exactly watching what's going on out there. All right. So you've got what? A holdout pistol?
Yeah.
All right. So you fire, and much like with Tharkin's axe, there's that point there where it looks like it should hit this thing. The beam passes, the fire from your pistol passes through it and punches through the other wall of the hut. But the creature does howl in pain and kind of stagger. You've hit it, but at the same time not hit it. But you have done damage to it. There's no physical there's a physical presence there for your for the attack to implant into, much like with Thargan's axe there.
Okay. And I will levy a psychic attack on it.
Psychic attack. All right.
All I know is that my speaker staff gives me a bonus to damage.
Yes. Okay. So that's going to be let's see. Confidence strength equal to his resolve attribute. Okay. So you're going to give me let me look at. Let's see. Give me example here. Give me gives me, you know what? Let's do a present and resolve roll here.
That's 11 plus. Um, 18.
Ooh. These dice are trying to not help me out here. It's not working out so well. Just other dice here. See if they can't kill you faster. So yeah, so you channel your psychic powers at this thing, which is just, and even now that you're on top of it here, you can see you're on top. You can just feel the feel the anger radiating off of it. and you blast it with your psychic abilities, and it once again lets out this billowing, echoing howl before it just kind of unravels and just kind of dissipates in front of Sargon.
Actually, my apologies, Bryce. I think that was supposed to be a +2 to damage. Actually, I have it written in 2 different places, but one says 4, and I think the 4 is wrong. In any case.
Yes. In any case, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of this weird, this kind of melting, dissipating, kind of lost in the breeze kind of a thing.
Actually, you know what? The damage is correct. It's 4 damage total +2 to damage. Okay. All right. Well, that was odd. Sargon.
Yes, sir.
You are well.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Magnificent attack. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I will put you in for a commendation by the captain.
Ah, I appreciate that, sir. I will hit it again. Obviously, it probably gets a turn, but
it's gone.
it dissipated in front of you. It's nowhere to be found right now.
Okay.
Gone.
Okay.
Captain. Did you recognize that particular life form?
It's a gorilla?
Gorilla.
At the risk of perhaps being inaccurate, that seems imprecise. Aren't gorillas corporeal and tangible creatures?
His face says, I don't understand what that means, but he says, yes, they are. Yes.
So, then it is the most unusual. It is a unusual specimen of its type. I say encouragingly, is an unusual specimen.
Yes, that usually does not happen to gorillas.
Is this a lot of lab equipment that we're seeing?
In here, no. The hut in here. This was, like I said, this was kind of a communal sleeping area.
But did we pass lab equipment?
There are some buildings, kind of, that you would have passed on your left. That if there were going to be some kind of lab equipment, it would be there.
Well, now, perhaps this is why the Nazis were interested. If they were creating this creature or attempting to transport this creature would do untold havoc on a ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are there more? Do you detect any others we need to vanquish?
I try to see if I can detect anything else like that.
Give me. Give me. Let's go with awareness and resolve as you break out the psychic powers there.
We probably need to defeat all the threats before we rescue any of the hostages.
Of course. Got it. Awareness and resolve. Okay, that's 18.
All right, so you don't feel the you don't feel the just unbelievable rage that you felt before. Just that tidal wave that kind of wave everything out, but you do feel kind of a source of anger. It's subdued, almost like something that's resting. 18. At first you think it's resting, but instead, after a moment, it feels like something regrouping, kind of gathering strength.
Where is its location?
That would be in the offices that you passed coming to check out the Quonset hut is where it's there.
All right, I turn and point towards the offices. Something's there, and it seems to be building.
Could be another one of those large corporeal creatures.
I will take care of it. Start walking. Almost a skip. Not quite, but.
I'm like, we perhaps should follow him before he gets himself killed.
Yes.
Okay. And we're headed towards danger again.
Way to the danger zone.
Y'all put me in front. I can't be held responsible for what happens.
So we will smash cut from there back to the Solar Star.
There's Miss.
Cora, there is a call. You watch you see the crew on the scanners. The large life form seems to have disappeared. You kind of hear them, over their comms. There's a sound of a struggle and whatnot there. Tag and Binks and Dobie have reported nothing out of the ordinary at the in the spaceport, and wondering if they can come home now because it's weird out here.
This place gives me the creeps.
I suppose you can't. I mean, nothing going on. There's nothing going on.
They keep finding crescent wrenches.
No, what kind of person does this?
Why? None of them are the right size. Like, damn it.
These crescent wrenches fit nothing here. Why?
What is this? Metric? God damn it. So you get a call over the internal intercom there, Cora. It is Romani. Okay, Cora, you up there?
Yes.
Hey, this German guy, the prisoner, he's awake. He wants to talk to the captain, but I figure he's pretty busy. So what do you want to tell him? You want to talk to him? I know he's pretty agitated about something.
Yeah, I'll be down in a second.
Nothing bad will happen with Romani guarding the prisoner.
Wait, Romani, you're the prisoner now? What the? Oh, not again.
God damn it, Romani.
Get down there. He's in the brig. The prisoner is nowhere to be found. He looks like, I don't know what happened.
I remember I was standing outside the bars.
But then
keep happening.
The next minute I was inside the bars. My clothes are missing. I don't understand. And I'm covered in this fine layer of lard. I don't know what happened.
Cookie's like, nothing to do with me.
His denial was swift, very swift.
Got nothing.
Then he fled the room.
Not what you think. So yeah, you get down there, and there's Romani, attractive in his always spotless and pristine uniform. Standing there in front of the brig cell door with Henrik or Dr. Anderson or whatever you want to call him there. Looking angry and kind of gingerly, probing his head, filling out the lump that the captain gave him.
What can I help you with?
Well, don't suppose there's any medical treatment for this. For my injuries, is there?
Is it shooting?
No, but I have sustained a significant blow to the head, and that Martian does seem to have damaged my leg. Maybe broken.
It's the 30s. There's no concussion protocol.
I thought the Americans had standards when it came to treating prisoners.
I'll get the cook to make up an ice pack for you for the head and see what we can do about the leg.
Your compassion is touching.
Yeah.
It could be one of those ice packs where you could screw up the top and put the ice in.
So I don't hear the engines of the ship on. Have we landed?
Yes, we have.
To send people into the base?
According to my recollection, yes.
How are they doing?
So far, so good.
Yeah. Have they figured out what they're up against yet?
I'm not sure. They haven't really done a whole lot of talking.
Scientific curiosity. And I am locked away here and will not get to see whatever it is I was sent out here to get. I do have some expertise, saying if you need some help with it.
So have you identified the package yet?
Well, I have not seen the package to authenticate it, to verify that it is what it seems to be, but from the messages that we intercepted, it would seem that the miners here found a rather interesting relic of the Erisians. A weapon of some sort, if our guessing is correct.
Yeah, your superior or whomever you report to was asking for a status update, so I kind of filled them in for you. Said you were working on it. Basically, they want you to hurry the hell up.
Well, missions like this do have a time factor. I'm curious, so you know German then? I can't imagine they would be speaking English.
I speak German very fluently.
Intriguing. I don't get to speak in my native tongue in my work that often. It is unfortunate.
You're more than welcome to.
Perhaps another time. I would tell your crew to be careful. If things aren't before your captain became unreasonable, he was talking about losing contact with this base. If they inadvertently tampered with something, I would just feel terrible if your crewmates came to an unfortunate end.
That would be very
tragic, I would say.
Depends on how you look at it, I guess.
Well said. And it is a rather nice ship. I'm saying that someone resourceful and talented who helps me complete my mission would be rewarded quite well by my government.
Keep that in mind.
Well, I certainly hope so, but it is a limited time offer, so don't keep it in mind for too long.
I'll make sure the cook gets something for your ice pack for your head, and have one of our better medics look at your leg.
Kind of nods and says, "Thank you."
She sends for an ice pack, and whoever is going to take a look at that leg.
Yeah, Cookie shows up there with the ice pack. Someone who's actually read a medical textbook and kind of tries to take a look at his leg there.
The leg bone's connected to the
knee bone.
Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So yeah, they're taking a look at there.
Keeping an eye on things so the good quote unquote doctor doesn't pull anything.
Yeah. So you keep an eye on things. We will smash cut back to the away team.
Dun dun dun.
Shot clock violation. Oh no.
Threw the chair in the tile floor and it didn't like it.
So yeah, you guys arrive. This building, prefab, much like everything else around here. There's a sign that looks like it used to be hanging above the door, which is now on the ground in front of the door. It kind of reads some it's geology on it. It's pretty simple, straightforward. The kind of place where they looks like they analyze would analyze some ore samples and other core samples and whatnot as they try and as they work their way through the mine, figuring out what they've got, how pure it is, planning their next which way they're going to go next, that kind of thing. In here, similar levels of disarray than everywhere else. However, thing that stands out in amongst the microscopes and like a blackboard on its side and paper strewn about, chairs tipped over, that kind of stuff. Sitting on one of the lab tables, kind of by itself, is got a essentially a it's kind of a cylindrical tube about this big, about this big around. It is it's like it is made of obsidian. There are there's some form of writing kind of not strewn about it, but purposely carved into this tube.
Don't touch it.
And prints there, that is the source of your building anger.
It's not a
There's
person.
something in there, Captain. And it is getting angrier.
What is angry?
Whatever's in there.
So this, and we see all this, right?
Mhm.
Open the door.
Is there any can you see into it, or is it all opaque?
It is opaque.
Is this device similar to the device that the Nazi had?
It's not similar. It is similar size. This thing would fit inside of that.
Well, if this is causing the creatures, then we must destroy it.
Wait.
Wait. You might let him out.
I point to the captain.
It's better to fight it then.
Is there other equipment around here that we can look at? Control panels, readouts, displays, anything like that?
Yeah, of course, it's 37 technology, so computers are pretty big. But yeah, there's like in the corner of the room, they've got huge, huge, massive computer there.
All right, I go over, and my ability with technology is scant. However, I will try. And I go, perhaps over here, Captain.
Okay.
What do I roll?
You will roll ingenuity and technology.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And that is a 5, 7,
Technology.
an 11.
You kind of you're poking around on it. And
No, I'm sorry.
you get to kind of flicker on and whatnot. There's clearly something there's readings of some sort in there, but you're having trouble getting it to actually display it. You know there's something in there.
Yes, I believe there's something here, Captain, but I cannot make heads or tails of it. That is a human phrase, right? Heads or tails.
Yes, it is.
Or is it foreheads or buttocks?
Oh, no. You got it first. The first thing.
Of course.
It's back to the bird thing. It must have to do with mating.
Again, yes, mating.
Oh, everything has to do with mating.
Are you sure? Humans are very particular about this. They mate a lot.
You were certain about it being tails, and we already know mating has to do with birds.
I still believe it's chickens.
Sure. No. Let's concentrate on what's at hand here.
That's why they say cocks.
It's why they name it that, I'm sure.
It must be.
Why are we talking about this now?
Poor Captain. That's it.
We do many things at the same time, Captain.
Martians are quite capable of multitasking.
Perhaps the captain mates with chickens.
Where were you guys headed to again?
This room at the moment, then to the hostages. Have you forgotten our mission parameters?
Thargan is very comfortable with maintaining mission focus.
Yes. Again, do you wish me to open up the box?
I wish you to go find the survivors and not harm them.
Of course. They would offer no competitive reason to harm them. I looked at the prince as if I giving permission to do that.
Of course. Would you like that I should accompany Thargan, Captain?
No, I think he's quite capable on his own. You mean you've never been apart?
Thargan does look quite nervous of leaving the prince in his own.
I am so trying to think of a way to say this without making it look as if Thargan's actually waiting for me to actually give him permission. Thargan, do be careful with the survivors, as they will need assistance. They are, as I understand it, primarily human and thus quite delicate.
Yes. Very well. I will rush to their aid and return to you quickly.
Of course.
So Thargan sent off. We'll go towards the direction they pointed at 3 floors below. I don't quite know where that is, but it's 3 floors. I'll eventually must find them. Can't be that hard, right?
Did we pass anything that looks like lifts or stairs or elevators or?
Yeah, there's a kind of there's an entrance to the lower levels, kind of like smack in the center of the complex there.
I just want to point out, they're dealing with an ingenuity of 3 and no skills that aren't associated with combat or fixing tools of combat.
I kill things. That's what I do. I kill things until they are dead. Then I find something else. Then I kill that. When I'm done killing that, I take a break. Then I get up and I kill something else.
Yes, that's my daily exercise routine.
Once I've wiped off all the blood, I go and I find something else that must be killed.
So Thargan will leave them and wander off that way. Wander off screen.
Possibly happen.
I'm excited.
All right. So Thargan heads out.
Looking sad.
Yeah, a little. There was no fight in that other room.
It is true. You've
Maybe
never
there'll be a fight downstairs with the other people.
you've never seen us the Martians actually separated.
No.
Captain's. I think the captain's running an experiment right now. Let's see.
If I get rid of one, I can get rid of the other.
Alright, so Thargan leaves. What are you guys doing here in the geology lab? The prince has activated the computer in the corner, but hasn't been able to get much further than that.
I referred the captain to it. It ceased to be my problem when I realized it was all it's in human. I don't read human.
Okay. I got a 3 in technology.
Alright, so yeah, you're gonna roll ingenuity and technology.
7 plus 16.
Alright, well, you are significantly better with this computer than the prince is there, as you go there and you're like, oh yeah, and start kind of, of course it's, all switches, flips, and knobs, and you got like a huge, huge big old lever thing to pull down there, and it powers up, spins to life there, and the little ticker tape printer kind of kicks in there, and starts spitting out. Looks like they've been examining this object as the last kind of entries into it, and they are certain, of course, they've determined that it's not a naturally occurring thing, that this was manufactured. The markings, they are not certain, but they believe it to be, it doesn't look like ancient Martian, even though they don't know how to read it. There are examples of it, enough examples of it out there that people are able to tell ancient Martian when they see it. That this, they're convinced that this is something that's of ancient Erisian in origin, dating back from before the cataclysm. Beyond that, see them trying, of course, no one seems to have been able to decipher what the markings are, or what the nature of this object is in terms of what it's supposed to do. Determined that it's an interesting. The cylinder is actually an interesting alloy, comprised of several of the metals and ores found in this asteroid. So it was manufactured possibly by something that was here, before the planet was destroyed. After that, it looks like someone got impatient and tried to drill into this object, trying to get some kind of idea of what's inside of it and whatnot. Uh, they managed to make a little bit of a dent, and after that, that's when the weird things started happening. Strange noises, damage to the facility, the domes were compromised, and that's where the log kind of cuts out there.
I wonder if this is what the German was after.
It is distinctly possible. The research notes? What was this person before? Or does that say? Did I miss that?
What was what?
What did they start with to create whatever that is?
It was they found it like this. They determined that it was manufactured out of some of the ores, refined ores that were refined versions of the ores that are present in this asteroid, indicating that was manufactured here sometime by a facility of some sort that was here before Eris was destroyed. But
okay, I missed that part. Okay.
So it's a relic of some sort from the war between the ancient Erisians and the ancient Martians.
Looks like your enemies are busy.
Yeah. Yeah, so it seems. How pathetic.
I'm going to call back to Eddie. See if he's found anything on the device. Slower.
I believe, Captain, that actually, I was able to understand exactly one word.
What word was that?
Cotton ball, I believe. Either that or cannonball or garden gnome. I believe, actually, I think it was cannonball. Definitely cannonball. I was Martin Mall.
I'm going to say I recorded that, and I'm going to do the Dick Tracy thing and play it back slowly. The mumbles.
You know what does he say?
So you slow it way down, and of course, doing so gives A this kind of really deep voice all of a sudden. But you manage to actually get out that, like, well, yes, it's a containment vessel. Odd configuration, but it looks like it's designed to hold in source of an intense source of energy, and with a bit of modification, probably be able to channel it if need be.
I do believe they want to make a weapon of this.
Indeed. The problem is I would suspect they do not understand this weapon very well, given that they clearly lost control of the last one. And there appears to be a flaw, as the creators were unable to utilize this weapon successfully. That would perhaps be a disaster for. Um, We should leave this, Captain.
Well, I don't want it to fall in Nazi hands.
Yes. Well, either that or we should destroy it.
I think we'll leave our friend Jerry behind with it and take his device.
That sounds the most fitting punishment, Captain.
Why don't we go check on your buddy?
Indeed. I believe he went this way, Captain.
So we're on the way there. Cora,
Yeah.
bring our guest to this location.
All right. It may take a little while since his leg is not working so well.
Have Jimmy carry him.
It is my understanding that Nazis are most adaptable. A broken leg should not be much of an impediment.
Make sure he's manacled.
The manacles might be a significant impediment, however.
I'll do my best.
Because, of course, spaceships carry manacles.
You have a brig. Why would you have manacles?
Just let me get this straight. You manacle your prisoners to the wall? Yes. Yes, we do. How else are you going to adequately torture them and keep them from running?
And hell, even Serenity had a pair of handcuffs to handcuff River down there after him.
Well, yeah. You might need a big, good pair of restraints. You never know.
You never know, right? Alright. So, as Cora tries to round up our German guest, and as Captain and the Prince make your way down there, Prince, you feel that wave of anger again just washes over you as you guys right after the captain is done having his conversation.
Captain, there's I believe there's a creature nearby again.
I pull out my gun.
We should prepare for battle.
Yes, we should.
On that note, so Thargan,
Yes.
you are on your way, trying to find your way to the third level and wherever these humans are hiding. You come around a corner, and let's see here. Let's see if we can screen share without crashing things. Shall we?
Don't do it, please.
Push a button. Don't push a
Don't
button here.
please.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna find out. Push the button again. There we go. Thinking about it. Thinking about it still.
Tempted the fates.
I did.
Oh my.
Yes. You come around the corner and you see this guy waiting. You recognize it immediately, being from Mars. It is a black silt spider They exist in the Great Silt Seas on Mars. Let's see. It is it's about a meter in diameter. Of course, it's a spider. It actually has only 6 legs, despite it being called a spider there, but let's not worry about that.
Yeah. The Martian spider. They only grow with 6.
The Martian spider, budget cuts. Yeah, and it's at least the actual spider is known for its thick carapace with an armor of 4, and that each of its legs ends in a sharp claw. It has mandibles capable of crushing steel. The real ones can also poison you if they don't crush you. This one, much like the gorilla before, is more this weird neon reddish purple outline. But nevertheless, it is directly in your path.
Well, I'm going to assume that on Mars these are not passive. They're aggressive creatures.
They're ambush predators. If
Yeah,
you see one, you're in deep, deep trouble.
Well, yeah. A Maduri does not have fear. He does not know fear nor pain, but is stoic and unswayed by evil. So I will laugh in the face of danger and charge this thing.
All right.
Because if it gets by me, it's going to wander off to the prince, and that puts him in danger. So I must defeat this thing.
Well, let me see your what do you have on your character sheet here real quick?
I'm going to use
All right. So you also have quick reflexes. All right, good.
I do. I
So
get
yeah.
First.
Well, it also possesses quick reflexes.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you did not have quick reflexes, it would go first. But probably goes to the player. So yes, it raises itself to pounce, and you charge.
I kind of rotate my hand axe to the hammer end. That yields armor penetration.
Yes, it does.
I'm going to smack this thing.
Smack it.
That was strength and fighting hand axe.
Strength and fighting.
11 plus 2. The quality
plus 4 because you get
quality.
Because when you have quality, it gives you plus 2, and you have a specialty in it. So it's strength plus fighting plus 2 plus your roll.
So it's 15 plus my roll. Okay.
Yes.
You fail this roll.
Right. That is a 25.
Wow.
With only 2 dice.
Goodness gracious. That's insane.
This character does not do much, but what he does, he does well.
Man knows what he does, right?
So this, with a hammer, the damage is only plus 2 versus the plus 4. But it
does
have
armor piercing.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get hung up in its its carapace there.
Mm-hmm.
It, of course, gets to try and get out of the way of what you're doing. Doesn't have to sit there and take it like doesn't have to sit there and take it.
And as I swing and then take a step back, I'm going to prepare myself for my next attack. I'm going to come over the comm. I don't know if the prince can hear me, but sir, just so you know, I am fighting off a silt spider. So keep your distance, sir. It's very dangerous and very deadly. This should only take a moment, I hope.
Well,
of course, do not die, Thagen.
No, you have forbidden it, sir.
It would be most inconvenient.
Yes, you have forbidden it. I will not die.
You score a hit. It is just a success, though. It is not a fantastic success like the last one.
Sure.
But it is a good, rousing hit. But again, it's like that weird thing where, like, it feels like your hammer should stop when it hits something solid. It goes through it, but you feel it pass through something, and the spider does recoil as though it's been injured.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not going to take that lying down, though. Just saying.
Sure.
Oh my.
Oh my.
That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sound.
No. It recoils and it comes and takes a swipe at you with its claws. You're going to need to do something to get out of the way of that, or you can try and parry it. You've got enough stuff to do that. I'm pretty certain.
I would think, because I want to stay close, I do not dodge things, and I do have a pretty hefty armor for this kind of battle.
You've got that sword, and you got that shield. I mean,
right. So my armor's set at 11 at the moment, so it's not very good, like bullets or ray guns. But
he's not shooting you, fortunately. So
right. So I think I'm just going to parry, because then that way I'm set up ready to hit it again.
Let's see. Yeah. Parry allows you a free reaction defending against a melee attack using coordination and fighting. So, coordinate and fight.
3 and 4, 7. 13. So, my parrying is not as good as my fighting, but yeah.
No, well, you're more an offensive one. So.
The best defense is good offense.
Right.
There you go. What'd you roll?
13.
Well, you attempt to parry. However, it does hit you. Fortunately for you, you are still very well armored, though, and so it thwacks off of your armor.
Oh, creature.
All right, so Captain Prince, what is your reaction to the silt spider warning there?
Captain's a hero. He's going to help.
It is a pleasure to serve under the direction of such a personage like yourself, Captain.
Why, thank you.
It's almost Martian-like.
What?
I must concur. Even though Thargan is potentially at death's door, he acknowledges that your near Martianness is almost startling to us.
I don't have green blood.
I wouldn't be surprised if your blood was in fact green.
This is gone.
All right, we hurry to keep Thargan from dying.
All right, so you guys hurry. Thargan?
Mm-hmm.
You're
I'm
up.
gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it again.
Well, you will try.
Yeah. This is what I do, and I need to try to defeat this thing before the captain gets here, or the prince gets here, for his safety, obviously. So I'm going to spend a story point for the second swing. Holy crap. 15. 31.
Oh. Wow.
Wow.
Well,
Okay, well, this won't come as a surprise to you, but that's a hit.
I was hoping so.
hit.
That's that would be a fantastic success.
Hmm.
Although bad guys do get story points, and this Black Silt Fire does have 2 of them, so I think I'm going to spend I spent one to hit to to ramp up that first hit on. I'm going to spend this one here to shift this back down the success track one, so it will be a standard success.
Fair enough.
But yeah, you waylaid pretty good though. It just kind of, again, you get that weird passing through thing there, but it kind of staggers backwards, and is just kind of weirdly just kind of dancing about almost. It does manage to collect itself a bit to come after you, trying its best to get its mandibles around you.
Arkin is just laughing.
Well,
Right.
That
you're gonna want to parry this. It's coming right for you.
Oh, fine. I will parry.
He's descended into combat joy.
Yes. It was fighting plus what?
Coordination and fighting to do that.
Only 12. I can stop parrying and dodge next time. No, my dodge is probably worse. Oh yeah, and I also have tough, so I'm -2 to all damage.
Really? It gets through your armor, I'd imagine.
I don't know that is it added to armor, or is that in addition to the armor?
I think that's an additional armor. I think that takes it off. That takes off damage that gets through your
Okay.
That gets through your armor. There is what that would be.
Okay. Laugh in the face of danger.
Let's see.
My name is Indigo Matoya. Prepare to die.
Yeah, right. Give me a proper battle, you 6-legged beast. Bite me. Bite me, I dare you. You all probably hear this shouting.
Shouting at him. Let's see. I'll look up a rule here. Let's see.
Rule is characters don't die.
Hey, I can't contribute to any of the political or the investigative aspects of this game. This is the one thing I can do.
There we go. I was looking for the give me a strength and resolve roll, if you would, please.
Strength resolve. That is okay. So that's plus 13. Roll my dice. $20.
Never mind. It's all good. It tries to crush you in it, but your armor is strong. And between your shield and technically it doesn't have to go through like your base armor because since the parrying failed to get around your shield and would grab your actual armor, but that would let one damage leak through, so your toughness doesn't even do it. And then you got a strength resolve roll of 20, so it can't poison you. In fact, that's a you rolled a 20.
Yes.
Well, that's only good. Not quite fantastic. If you got 21, you would have been immune to venom for the remainder of the scene. But... all right, so
like
Captain, Captain, Prince, you guys come running up, and you see the red purplish neon outline of a black silk spider that has Targan in its mandibles and it's moving weird. It's kind of staggering. It kind of gives the impression almost that it's just trying to ragdoll Targan. Unfortunately for the black silk spider, and fortunately for Targan, Targan seems to be having the time of his life. It's Targan Christmas at this point. As he's there, this thing is just going back and forth, and Targan's just like, yeah.
I almost hate to interrupt him. He seems very happy.
No, you can fire.
Alas, we should slow him down.
Why'd you do that thing with your mind?
I suppose I could. You sure you don't want to just shoot it?
No.
I mean, you are an excellent shot, Captain, and I would not wish to interfere with your heroic nature.
No. You have a wonderful gift. You should use it.
Well, Captain, if you insist. I mean, I will if you insist. I gone ahead and I attack it.
I love that y'all run up on this fight that's going on and you argue whoever goes to go first. No, you first. No, you. No, you.
All right. Well, give me presence and resolve, and
I am nothing if not deferential to the captain's prodigious capabilities in situations such as this. You said awareness plus resolve.
Indeed, yes.
Okay. 17.
Let's see. We got a 17.
Yes.
You hit it. It's not as effective as the blast that you unleashed on the gorilla that you faced on the upper level, but it does recoil. I'm just gonna take away from that one though. So yeah, it recoils, and despite not being quite as strong, it kind of dissipates, much like the gorilla did, dropping Thargan to the ground.
I jump immediately up to my feet and turn quickly to see if there's any others coming.
I stroll up. Well done, Thargan. Very well done.
Thank you, sir.
I nod gracefully. Captain, are we sure that these creatures are not created by our own minds? That is a very peculiarly specific creature. And the other was a simian from Earth.
Ray, what did you do?
Arkin
The traveler has come.
immediately starts thinking of another creature to fight.
Darling,
I just see Thorin going, Ghost Dragon, yes, bring it.
Dragon.
Yes, sir.
Stop it. You always get that expression on your face when you're trying to think. You're terrible at that. Stop doing it.
Yes, sir.
When I want you to think, I will tell you. Otherwise, do not.
Very well, sir. Looks very disappointed.
Now he looks like a kicked puppy. If
he can't think of an enemy to fight.
Martian can look like a kicked puppy.
I mean, think about it. You just put that in as an option. He could think of an opponent to fight. I mean, gladiator fights begin.
We should continue onward to the I almost said hostages. We should continue onward to the survivors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if they're real now.
Do we need to attack them also?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
That's not how wrestling works.
Supposed to save them, not murder them.
You have saved us.
By killing you all. Yes. That would be not good.
Save you from the horrors of life.
No one would ever want us to save them again.
Right.
What are we to say? No, we're good.
Nope. All good here. No need for saving.
Are you sure your dome is venting atmosphere at a prodigious rate? We can help. No. We'll patch it. Something.
We're fine. I'm fine. We're all fine here. Thank you.
Are you?
Thanks. Bye. So, yep, we continue onward down to.
So while you guys head down there, we're smash cut back to the ship, where Cora is going to gather up our German guest. So, Cora, you get to the brig, and maybe you're surprised, maybe you were expecting this was going to happen at some point, but you find that instead of your German guest in the brig, somehow Romani, Sans' uniform is in the brig.
She takes one look and she goes, "Are you kidding me?"
So, I'm sorry. They were in there helping him, and then they left, and then he kind of crumpled over in pain because he said his knee was still bothering him, and so I went in to help, and then all of a sudden, I woke up like this. Couldn't have gotten far though, right?
Delightful.
Seriously?
I'm sorry. I don't know why this keeps happening. I'm sorry. Think you let me out? I'm kind of tired of being in here.
Kind of at a loss for words, and no, you can stay in there for right now.
You're safe.
Oh, come on, Cora. I can help you find him.
How are you going to manage to help me find him?
By getting captured.
You pipe down.
I'm part of the crew. You can't just leave me in here. Come on.
Oh, it'll keep you out of trouble.
I'm sorry, right? I'm just trying to help.
I understand that, but for some odd reason, you just always end up in these situations and without your clothes again. At least you left your underwear this time.
I don't see how it's my fault that I'm like a common size and so my clothes fit everyone.
I think the point here is it's not your clothes, but the point is that you get into these situations somehow. Every single damn time.
Yeah, I'll try. You know, I'll try better. I'll try harder. I'm just.
Corey yells for Jimmy.
Jimmy just kind of appears and I was like, yes.
Would you get clothes, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see which way that damn German went?
Yeah, he went. It looks like he was trying to he doesn't even know what that is. It just doesn't even compute. It's like a what room? It's like his brain just cannot process those two concepts together at all. Just transmission shifting without a clutch.
Sorry,
yeah, I think he was heading for he was heading for Eddie's workshop. I bet he was trying to get that device back or something.
Shit. Actually, skip getting the clothes. Let's go get him. You're staying there.
Oh, come on. It's cold in here.
Let's go.
Yes, ma'am.
I know where he is. Joseph. All right.
So you make your way you make your way over there and you kind of hear him from inside Eddie's workshop and you hear Eddie just kind of
Fudge. Assuming that he's tied up and gagged, apparently.
No, that's what he normally does.
Oh, this time he's tied up and gagged, but yeah, it's oddly enough makes no real change to how he sounds.
We still can't understand him.
I can understand him better.
Jimmy unties him, I ungag him. You need to slow down and enunciate. Your accent out of control.
That guy came in here and took his turn.
I heard something about something and took me what?
He points over to an empty spot on the workbench, and Jimmy, like from behind, is like, "I think he's saying that the German took that thing that he brought on board."
Damn it! I'm going to kill that jerking the brig later.
So Jim's like, yeah, Ramon is kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, I'm assuming he's gonna try and get off the ship. So. Damn it.
Got a broken leg. How fast can he move?
True.
Indeed. So yeah, you make your way to the main airlock. We're going to of course have to kind of, because it's a rocket ship, you have to climb down to the take an elevator. You may have an elevator, little lift down to the surface there, but yes, you see in Romani's uniform, which inexplicably fits this guy, and with his device next to him, you see Henrik. He is waiting for with his leg broken, he can't take the ladder, so he's recalling the lift from down there because it'd be down for him in case the captain and the company have to make a quick getaway there.
I do have a ray pistol with stun setting.
Yeah. Kind of turns and looks at you when he comes in. When you come in, it's like, well, you discovered his name is Romani faster than I had hoped. I had hoped to be off this ship before that happened, but
yeah, well, it's not going to happen.
When the lift is about here, you can simply let me go on my way. I will put in a good word with my government. Perhaps they will leave you alone despite your interference.
I'm just going to take out her ray gun and stun him.
All right. Well, let's see. Stun setting. Although normally causing a fatal damage, the character can spend a story point to reset this weapon to cause stun damage instead. So, spend a story point, and you're going to roll coordination and marksman.
20.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, not going as far as that roll. So he's there trying to talk you out of it, and you stun him. And yeah, with that roll and with the damage he already took with the other attacks there, just as the lift into his ticket to freedom arrives at the airlock door, he kind of crumples unconscious in front of it.
Oh, there we go.
She was like, that was a heck of a shot.
Good reflexes.
So what should we do with him now?
Now let's drag him back to the brig. Give Romani his clothes back. Confiscate whatever the hell that is.
So you drag him back to the brig. We will smash cut to the away team. You guys, without further incident, arrive at where the life signs were. There's a makeshift barricade, kind of in an alcove, essentially. Uh, you have a lot of once you get there, you can see you've got maybe about 15 people or so there. Uh, they seem to have heard you coming around the corner, and they're kind of awkwardly brandishing, mining tools and whatnot. Just kind of look like they grabbed whatever they could to try and defend themselves. And when they see that you're not weird red monster things, they're kind of like, "Hey, you guys are real?"
Exactly. See, Captain, what I said before. It seems that these creatures are actually fabrications of the mind. Oh, yes, we are quite real. Yes, very much so. We're here to save you. Provided, of course, you wish to leave. I mean, if you don't, you can stay.
Oh God, yes. We've been set down here for a couple of days. We couldn't get up to the escape rocket. There's whatever those things were.
We will do it without any executions.
What?
It's customary to execute those who fail in battle. However, strictly speaking, you're not really combatants per se.
No, they're Earthlings. They're exempt from that.
Ah, yes, exempt. Well,
Can you get us off here? Get us off this rock, or?
Well, given that our captain has guided us here to assist you in escaping, by all means, gather yourselves and let us leave before anything else comes to eat you.
You don't have to tell them twice.
All right, we usher them along, back up.
Back up, and you managed to make it back to the Going to be a bit crowded on the Solar Star there, but there's a couple of outposts you can drop them off here in the asteroid belt.
Mm-hmm. I do, however, quiz them. So exactly, tell me about when you made the discovery of this device. What exactly? I noticed the equipment.
Well, we were trying to figure out what it was, and Arisian stuff is rare, and hell, quite frankly, it's more valuable than anything we're going to. Even though there's pretty good mining strike here, it's a working piece of Arisian technology is worth more than this entire asteroid.
Yes.
And we're trying to figure it out, and except for that, weren't you guys supposed to bring? Were you the ones bringing us the? You guys were the ones bringing us that doctor guy.
No, he was captured and replaced by a Nazi.
Why? But we sent for him, and then we tried to run some more tests in the meantime, and something went wrong, and all of a sudden, just we had bears and lions all over the place.
Yes. I call the Cora. I guess this is on the way to the ship, right?
Yes.
Okay, I call ahead to Cora because I assume that the captain is busy. Cora?
Yes?
Yeah, are we able to bombard this location? Destroying it completely?
Well, I would suggest we get a safe distance away first, but
I wholeheartedly concur. It was more of a, can we do it?
we could.
I do not believe this technology should fall into anyone's hands. Ever.
Captain.
No, we shouldn't. Or I'm dozing.
Yes, it's okay. Captain.
Yeah, I was gonna get to the we're about done here.
Okay. So yes, then the captain does not demur. We will actually do that instead, because that thing in the hands of the Nazis would be beyond anything reasonable.
Sir, if this thing can create creatures to fight at a
No,
whim,
just
can't
no,
we keep it
just no, just no,
for training
no,
purposes?
no, and no.
Very well.
You'll have to kill real people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that should make you feel much better.
Cheer him up.
My day's looking up here. All right.
I was just told I can kill real people. So,
But none of the Earthlings that we just released.
we like the Earthlings that we have found so far.
Okay.
They're swell.
Then the captain cuts such a striking figure when he is captaining. A human word.
Very near Martian-like.
It is extraordinary. The way he issues commands, his authority, his aura of competence.
We might need to begin discussing if to make him an honorary Martian, possibly.
I have a banner or a ribbon somewhere I can drape around his neck.
You might be ready for the procedure. Ceremony.
No, the procedure is arduous and long. Lifespan's not really long enough for it.
But to be considered a Martian.
You're a Martian now.
Perhaps we should just go with the banner for now. Yes, yes. I would drape something about his neck. All will know that he is nearly Martian.
Yeah. Great honor. Great honor.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, he's extraordinary. Most fortunate to find him.
So do I need to destroy the box, or is it destroyed by another means?
Yes, and yes, we should destroy the box too. Well, with the captain, of course.
Go ahead, proceed.
Of course. Sargon looks happy that he gets to smash something else.
I wait. I'm on the bridge when we get far enough away to actually bomb this thing.
Yeah, Sargon gets to break the Nazi technology box. Once out to a safe distance, bring the ship's ray cannons to bear, and while of course it won't blow up the asteroid, it's more than enough to destroy the mining encampment, at least the surface structures and whatnot.
Wait, what was powering all of that? We should have actually set the fusion reactors to overload. That would have been far more effective.
Only way to be sure.
That's true.
And I think, given the time, we will end it there.
Cool.
Let's see, hit the button here.